If you're an insurance agent, you're probably wondering how in the world can I structure my day to maybe be a little bit more powerful in my space? Well, I'm going to share with you some of the techniques and some things that I've done to find success in this industry so that hopefully it's going to help you. I know when you first get started, it can always seem a little bit scary, and sometimes it's just because you didn't have the walls around your calendar to help you capitalize. So we're going to dive right into it. What does your schedule kind of look like? What should your structure really be so that you can sustain yourself in the industry? So thanks for joining with me. First off, when you first wake up in the morning, what you do matters. What I'd like you to think about, number one, if you're taking notes, is write down your accomplishments in a present tense. I am going to make a sale today. I am going to have a great day. And I want you to write those down, maybe by your bedstand. Before you get out of bed, I want you thinking upon the great action that you're going to take by going present tense with results. I'm going to sell a policy today. I'm going to make a ton of dials. I'm going to do great work today and take care of some great to write down some of your goals. And they can be small, big goals at first. One big sale, one small sale. It doesn't really matter. Big or small, we take them all. I want you in that really powerful mindset of I'm going to accomplish something great. Put it in writing. And then what I want you to do is positive verbal self affirmations. I know you've taken your pen and put it on paper. That's great. Now I want you to actually say it out loud to yourself. I'm going to have a great day. I get to get on the phones today. If you're a face to face final expense agent, I get to go knock doors. I get to take action. In the beginning, I want you all about positivity because that's going to help you move forward. If you're negative, you're not going to get anything good. So write down your goals in the morning and really get yourself into a position of winning. Winning is sometimes what you say to yourself because you're going to get told a lot of negativity. So get yourself into a good place in the morning. Positivity. Write down your goals, speak life over yourself, positive verbal self affirmations, and don't just say them in your head, say them audibly because you believe 80% of what you say, and you only believe really 20% of what someone else says. So by you speaking life into yourself, it's actually going to help you potentially sell some more life insurance. All right. Now, when it comes to structuring your day, structuring is going to really help you find safety. Being boring can help bring you more value here. So what I want you to do is have a calendar. That white space on your calendar is what wipes out so many insurance agents. It just takes them out of the industry, and it's because they didn't structure themselves. If you've got a calendar, like I've got a calendar right in front of me right now, I want you to write down your days and hours that you are going to work. So if you're one that's full time, maybe you're going to work 8 to 5 and you're going to take a 30-minute lunch break. What I want you to focus on is I'm going to get up at 7 a.m. I'm going to have breakfast the same boring way. I'm going to drink my coffee the same boring way. I'm going to get myself ready and speak life over myself, positive verbal self affirmations the same boring way before the 8 o'clock bell rings, if you can call it 8 o'clock in your state, if you're in this industry. Or maybe your call to action is get your britches out the door and go bang door after 8 o'clock. And you're not going to come back to your home until 5 o'clock. It's very important that you fine tune your hours of operation and you don't give yourself grace. And what I'm speaking of is don't let that 30-minute lunch break, because that's your only out, to take you out of the industry. So many people take a lunch break and then, well, I'll do a little bit of extra work tomorrow. Wink, wink. Wrong. They give themselves grace and they get hurt because they had a lunch break that took their day away. Be very structured. Your calendar should be I start at 8 o'clock, I end at 5 or end at 6. Nothing is going to stop me. I have a 30-minute lunch break and I don't even take lunch breaks. Let me share with you, unless I'm with one of our colleagues here at jasonfinalexpense.com that partners here, I do not take lunch breaks. I work through them because it magnifies your ability to find success. But if you're an 8 to 5 or Monday through Friday, nothing should get in your way unless maybe it's your wife and kids that needs you or a true emergency came up. Lots of busy work, lots of things can happen that'll take you out of this industry. When you're trying to structure your day, look at that white space on your calendar and dominate it. I'm going to work 8 to 5 every single day. And you're going to check it off with your signature on your calendar that you've accomplished it. No different than you writing a check to somebody. You've got to put your signature on it, right? I want you signing your Monday, Did you accomplish what you said you do? If you worked 8 to 5, sign it with a smile. All right. Even if you didn't get a sale, you dominated that day. You did what you said you would do. And it's so rewarding to know that, you know what? I did show up. I can sign my signature on that. If you were a boss of you, would you endorse a check to you for the work that you did? So many insurance agents, believe it or not, say they're going to work full time and don't even put 20 or 30 hours in a week. And then they wonder why they got shorted in their pay. It's because they shorted themselves in the show up. Show up is so important. This business, my friends, is an action oriented business. You got to be positive in the morning, but now we've got to make this dog hunt here, and that dog's us. All right. We got to be diligent about doing the work. If you're working 8 to 5, I don't want anything to get in your way. If you take a 30-minute lunch break, perfect. Refresh yourself during that 30 minutes, but don't let anything derail you. Not emails, not texts, not voice calls, nothing that's going to diminish your belief, because belief is the backbone of this industry. But when you're structuring your day, you've got to really get yourself ready to win. All right. So get yourself into a place that nothing will come in to my view during 8 to 5. Now, after maybe 5 o'clock, if you're a full timer, maybe that's when you're going to just sharpen your saw a little bit. Maybe you're going to spend just 10 minutes practicing or drilling, or maybe you're going to schedule in a work family training. And we do partner and recruit agents nationally to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and annuities face to face and in the telespace. And we do weekly trainings multiple times. And it's so important that you put yourself into a position where you practice, you practice, you practice, so that when you get on that phone, when you get into that home, you don't skip a beat. You got to have structure, though, to keep yourself safe. And you've got to follow scripts and systems so that you don't skip steps. It's so easy in this industry when you've got great positive verbal self-affirmations, you got your goals written down, you've got yourself tight. I'm going to work these days and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to sign my signature to the end of every day, knowing that I dominated it for the betterment of my consumer. And now I'm going to now focus, number 3, on sharpening my saw. I'm going to do better script work. I'm going to do better rebuttal work. I'm going to stay tight, because if you want to have the best chance of great take-home opportunity, you have to have structure in your script. You've got to duplicate what you've done that's really worked, or duplicate what other million-dollar roundtable producers have done, so that you can make hopefully those dollars, because this industry is a painful place when you don't have structure. When you had a day that was great, but you had no script. So you have no systems. It's like trying to follow a recipe that you can't remember. You're probably not going to be able to duplicate that great batch of cookies that you had before. Scripts, systems, so critical. But then you've got to have massive action and do it all again. You got to take that leap of faith and buy leads. But when you first start, my friends, you've got to be positive every day in place of pain, because it's going to come. You've got to get yourself into a position where we do the work and we work that work into our schedule, and nothing will stop us. You've got to be one that can say no. Nope, I can't go to lunch right now with you. Nope, I can't do this right now because I'm going to be a winner. Nope, I've got to practice today. I got to show up and practice for maybe 30 minutes on my scripts, on my rebuttals. I've got to, like iron sharpens iron, get around somebody else that's already ironed out the wrinkles so that I can be a warrior in this space. It's okay when you're new to fall. Just get back up. It's okay to fail on a sales call. Just get back up. You only fail when you fail to keep moving forward. This business and final expense telesales or final expense face-to-face insurance sales, it only gets scary when you stop, when you sustain action, when you continue to buy leads every week, when you continue to call the people. Somebody's going to say yes to you if you keep doing the work. Even if you do the worst presentation on the planet, eventually somebody's going to go, wow, thanks for calling me. This is a place where, yes, 90% of the agent force fails, but agents that have structure, agents that are boring, that do the same dumb thing every darn day, they normally can sustain success in a better way than all those people that fail to just show up. If you wonder why maybe the days are underpaying you for what you're doing, maybe look at the work that you are actually putting in so that you can have the best chance of getting the output of Lord will and profitability for you, it's really important that you structure yourself. If you're a full-time agent, make sure you're getting at least 40 when you first start. I'd rather you start really just aggressive in the beginning into action so that you can accelerate later on. The business gets easier the longer you've been in it. But simple, yes, the business is. Easy, it is not, my friends. So I hope this helps you stay structured, stay safe, stay successful. And if you need any help or any resources, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. Love to serve you. Hope you have an amazing day.